Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. My name is Dr. Ray, and today, with the help of Waggle, I'm going to be sharing with you some of my best tips to keep your pet's gut healthy naturally. So how many of you guys know that your pet's GI system is actually a delicate environment of multiple organisms, live bacteria that function every day with your pet in conjunction with them to do digestion, keep them healthy, keep their body moving and happy. And so we need to keep not only our pet happy, but we need to keep those bacteria happy too. And so one of my most important tips for you guys, which is super simple, probably the simplest of all the tips, is just to keep things consistent. Those bacteria are very specific living organisms. They are specific to the species. So cats have their own bacteria, dogs have their own bacteria, different species, horses, goats, everything. They all have their own bacteria. And so we need to nurture and foster those. Those bacteria like a very specific environment. And so by keeping your pet's diet consistent, you're able to allow those bacteria to thrive, to grow, to populate, maintain healthy levels. When we're constantly changing that environment by switching up foods, switching up, like say one day you feed kibble, then you throw in some table scraps, then we do some fresh food here and there, we add in a bunch of variations, various treats, we can throw off that microbiome. And when we do that, that leads to stomach aches, can lead to dietary indiscretion, and it can be a long time before those bacteria can switch gears and get back into a healthy population. And so by simply just keeping your pet's diet consistent, you can help nurture and foster that healthy environment. So one of the best ways to maintain consistency is with the Waggle AI feeder. And so this is an amazing tool to track how much your pet is eating, how much you're feeding, and to actually use their app to track your trends. And so you can make sure that you are meeting that consistency mark, and we're giving our pet the best opportunity to have that good GI flora maintenance. Now, what happens if that flora gets a little bit off, or you suspect that it's a little bit off, or you're working with your veterinarian to get that flora back in check? That's where we start adding in prebiotics and probiotics. So there is a difference between the two. Probiotics are replacing that actual natural bacteria. They are actual colony forming units, or CFU units, that are formulated to be ingested, and then they make their way to the GI tract where they will populate and they will help substantiate and rebuild back that microbiome. Prebiotics are actually fibers that feed the bacteria. So they could feed the bacteria that's naturally there and help them stay healthy and help them have the items and the nutrition that the actual bacteria needs to grow and thrive. Prebiotics can also help in the conjunction with probiotics to feed the new bacteria that you are giving your pet. Now, when we're dealing with nutraceuticals like prebiotics and probiotics, quality matters, okay? The type matters. Can't just pick anyone off the shelf. Why? Because there's specific bacteria and specific strains that are useful. And so we can't just grab any bacteria colony forming unit off the shelf. We can't just grab any lactobacillus. We have to have a specific ratio and a specific number that are going to be beneficial. So it's not just as easy as feeding your pet some yogurt or grabbing a human probiotic and giving it to your pet. It does need to be specific to your pet's species, and quality matters as well. And so those prebiotics and probiotics have to be ingested. They have to make it through the stomach acids to get where they're going. So high quality is very important. It needs to be formulated properly so it can actually make that trip to get where it needs to go. The best way to make sure that you're using a high quality prebiotic or probiotic is to look for one that has the NASC seal. That stands for the National Animal Supplement Council. So this is a voluntary program where they undergo different testing and quality control checks to make sure what they're stating is in the product is actually in the product. So nutraceuticals are not, they're not regulated by the FDA or any governing body. And so the quality there, can be suspect if we're not using a reputable brand. And the easiest way to make sure that you're using a reputable brand is to check for that seal. So definitely check for that when you're on your hunt for prebiotics and probiotics. Some diets have prebiotics and probiotics already included in them, but again, we can't verify that. We can't look for the seal on those products. And so I usually recommend if you are supplementing a prebiotic or probiotic to do it separate from the diet if possible, and check for the NASC seal. Fresh water is always essential. You want to make sure that that water isn't stagnant, it's not sitting around for a long time. And again, to circle back to your feeding bowls, it's always important to maintain a clean, healthy bowl. I prefer bowls that are stainless steel or ceramic. Plastic tends to harbor little micro cracks and micro fissures that can harbor bacteria. And so you want to have a nice stainless steel, glass, or ceramic bowl. You want to put those bowls in the dishwasher and sterilize them frequently, again, to maintain good bacteria. You don't want any of that harmful bacteria entering your pet's GI tract through stagnant water, dirty food bowl dishes. Again, the AI feeder is an excellent tool to use in this case. It is a stainless steel bowl that you can wash in the dishwasher, and so I really like that about that product as well. So those are my 3 biggest tips for maintaining your pet's gut health naturally. Keep it consistent, always have fresh water in a nice, clean, cleanable bowl, and to use prebiotics and probiotics, but make sure that those pre and probiotics do carry the NASC seal. So I hope you enjoyed this quick video, and I hope that you'll check out Waggle and their AI feeder. Thank you for sponsoring this video, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.